thought I would read what I call my unfinished poem. And I say it's unfinished because I continue to tinker with it, change, add a few verses, take one or two out, change some emphasis here and there. Events are happening so fast around one. The stakes, the parameters are changing so rapidly, I cannot keep up. But that's all right, because this poem originally, the one I read at the Book Buzz in Maryland, in Ikeja, which is the original one, was actually requested by my friends, the Cubans, in celebration, 1 year celebration of Fidel Castro's 100th anniversary. And so I have a right to continue, because it's a year-long celebration. So I'm going to continue celebrating him with all the changes in this poem. And as I said, the content of it, just the emphasis, just keep changing. It makes one totally befuddled. Maybe towards the end you'll understand why I say things change so rapidly. It's caught up in an ancient adage, which I have changed. And it's almost become the leitmotif of this particular poem. I'm sure that Fidel Castro himself will excuse me or forgive me, this great ancestor of ours, if I dedicate this reading and this version to a kindred spirit, which happens to be a journal, a little-known Dutch journal called Nexus, which is also celebrating its 100th anniversary of his humanistic mission. Now, do I have enough light here? I'm also tempted to extend the dedication of this reading to the Prime Minister of Barbados, whom I happened very fortunately to listen to. I just watched her video, her delivery at the United Nations. If you have a recording of it, I'd like you to go through it if you can find it. I'm sure everything is on YouTube these days. It shouldn't be too difficult. And one which also speaks to the central theme of this poem and what we're all, I think, hoping will still survive even after the universe we know has vanished. It's called the Deathless Battle Hymn. It says, for Fidel Castro at 100. Yeah, this is the best thing. I always have a problem with lights, age, you know. The ancient battle hymn still resounds, but in warped tonalities, Esa Bandera. The question is, who waves the flag-striped humanity? That flag being unclaimed, orphaned, shall we archive a centennial loss, a world in tatters, hovering on the twitch of a final self-immolation? La historia me absolverá. Even history needs a world in habitation. Barbarians strut on land and sea, from Sahelian bloodied sands to Arctic wastes. The battle hymn no longer calls to soul like cymbals massed to march to youth chorales. No, it's a screech of rusted pots and pans in children's famished hands, eyes big as ostrich eggs, scanning bare horizons for relief. Ese cielo. A drum rolls in the sky, but these are droves of drones delivering death on innocents, smothering that other human pang that will not be denied. The eternal pang of freedom. Realpolitik rules the skies. Power cites history as alibi, robs humanity of the present. What strange bedfellows the century has spawned? Esta tierra, see, this earth, not earth of hereafter, but now behold the grim illusionists at work. Watch prelates fused to power, unctuous, robed in pious eulogies of the unknowable, immune to the march of time, to stirring questions that transform and recreate. Here, theo-radicals lay claim to that same mantle revolutionary. Watch their holiness string up youths and women as easy as prayer beads, condemned for waging war against the principalities of afterlife. The class war stays the cause, merely changes players. Revolution spins blindfold upon the deadly axis of power and freedom. No, peace is not neglected, not despised, not relegated, left to mold in peace. No, trust the Knight Templar, Neo-Crusader. A board of peace has risen, stale licorice for salivating tongues of the anointed. Yes, megaphones drowns dissidents in Megalopolis. Hail! Hail, spin maestro, make us great again, grand again. Truth Social consecrates a new millennial hunt for the Holy Grail. Follow, follow, and I shall make thee whole again, make thee blonde and blue-eye blind again. I, me, mine, and mighty, priest and laity, fused in one. Divine right of kings? Ah, l'état, c'est moi. Catechism simply read, might is right. Who fails to love a winner? The board of peace distends, ecumenical in taste. Raise every voice and sing the Magnificat of the displaced. Oh, sing unto the sword a new song, for it has done marvelous things with its lustrous thrust, and with its wrathful arm has he wrought in himself the victory. Glory be to the Führer and to the Son, possessed of annexation of the Holy Coast. Ghosts galore. Ghosts galore, 160 pods yet to ripen, nourish an earth at desecration. Innocence is force-fed peace at mass burial. The lime, the board of peace, mute indictment, harvest of greed, of power incontinence that seeks to fend off the day of reckoning. But the prodigal on rampage will return, the ledger books will reopen, and the suppurating page ghosts regain their voice. Until that hour, welcome to the feast of liberators. But caveat, that ancient adage, my enemy's enemy is my friend? No. My enemy's enemy is replacement. Bear witness, O history. This present courts nostalgia, reinstates an era beyond exigencies of time. We recall a kapok growth thrust from parasitic fields. Its silk cotton filaments rode the winds, infiltrated distant lands. They were seed-bearing argosies, dispensing hope, inspiring visions of a new humanity. Devoid of cant, spurring the double talk of practiced mind enslavers, its distillations spread as nurturing dew on arid mountain slopes, and a battle hymn that roused in all the grand polyphony of liberation, defenderemos. Defend what is ours. Reclaim patrimony. Defend our nurturing earth, the skies, waters that gird the land, clothe the naked, defend the defenseless, the vulnerable, disadvantaged, roofs for the homeless, returns for labor, feed the hungry, heal the unwell, embrace the abandoned, defend, rehabilitate that bandera, yes, the flag of hope, that scorned, soiled, spat upon flag of all humanity, the one historic mandate, primal pursuit, eternal law of creation. History is what we make of us and sits in patient judgment. La historia me absolvera. A present betrayed vindicates the heroic vision of the past. History has rendered verdict. Thank you.